guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Today's video is going to be an extra video or a bonus video for this week because Aritzia is having their clientele sale and it is only till I would say 21st of November. So it's kind of disappointing because I was hoping them to have it until at least, you know, Black Friday, but I'm assuming that they will be having a different sale for that time. I don't know what it is going to look like, but right now they are having. So I thought, you know, to quickly talk about all the things that I think are worth buying, because let's be honest, Aritzia brand is something that is a bit on the pricier side. They are considered to be, I would say, premium range. So, you know, it's really important to have pieces or, you know, buy things that are actually worth and not waste our money. So I will, you know, I won't talk anything extra. I'll just talk about, you know, the main points and that's it, and I'll try to keep it as short as possible. And this video is going to be like specifically for like winter edition, so I'll just talk about knitwear, coats and jackets and all that stuff, anything that you might need for winter season. And yes, I will be dividing this video into different parts. So first I'll talk about tops and then bottoms and then, you know, coats and jackets. So let's first talk about the first item, and that is a wool sweater, and specifically merino wool. So the first one is a Clara wool sweater, and this one is 100% merino wool. I do actually like the sweater because I have had one of the sweater and I have been wearing this for like 2-3 years, and it's really worth it. It's very soft, it's kind of a bit of heavy duty, so it's not very lightweight, not very thin. It does what it does, and that is something I do like, and it does fit well. It's not like itchy, but again, if you are not comfortable with wool or if you are allergic to merino wool, then something to be mindful of. But it is really a good price point, and I feel that, you know, right now its actual value is $120, and to have them on a discounted price is a good deal. And again, yes, do not, you know, put them in the washer, just hand dry. I have always been hand drying, and that is why I think I was able to have them for a really long time, because I have worn them for like, I don't know, I wear them a lot, so it's worth it for me. Now moving on to the next item, here we have Cypress sweater. It is also 100% merino wool. It is made of 100% fine merino wool, and by the image of this sweater, it looks like it's a very fine or knitted, like thin material sweater. So something, you know, if you're looking for a sweater that is very thin or lightweight, it kind of looks like cashmere, but it's merino wool, and it does cost around 130 Canadian dollar. And again, you know, to have them at a discounted price is also a good deal. And I think, you know, having this kind of sweater is really a good idea. And it does have this, I don't know what kind of neck you say, let me see, cowl neck, something like that, but it's not basically like a turtleneck. It's like a loose turtleneck, and if you're someone, you know, who doesn't like or who feels suffocated with the turtleneck, you can go for this one because it does have a little bit room, so you know, you won't feel suffocated or feel tight. I do love this sweater a lot, and actually I do have this in my wish list because I'm kind of very much interested in trying this one. And it doesn't look like, you know, it's made of cheap quality wool. It does look like it's a very well made sweater, so definitely something to have in your. Now the third item is this Belize cardigan, and this is something I would say I have been seeing this for so long. I do love this one. It looks very chic and very pretty. It is made of 100% merino wool again, and I'm kind of surprised by the price point because it does cost around 190 Canadian dollars, and right now the markdown is just unbelievable. But I think it is because of the limited edition colors, because you know, they do bring, you know, color, like limited edition colors every season, and then once they're out of stock, they're out of stock. So if you like this kind of cardigan, because it's really a very good cardigan, I won't say that it's going to, you know, keep you very warm, extremely warm, but this can actually be used as a layering material or layering purpose during this cold weather. And if you are someone who, you know, who is looking for workwear outfits, then you can add this to your workwear piece as well, because I think this looks very chic. Also, just keep in mind that this doesn't have buttons, it just has this belt to tie, but I think it's fine, you know, inside the like a facility or inside a building or something, you don't need to have a button or anything. And sometimes the buttons may look cheap, so this one doesn't, so I like this one. And also it does have 2 huge pockets in the front, so if you want to keep something in the pocket, you can do that, or if you want to keep your hand to keep yourself warm, you can do that as well. But again, do not put them in the washer, just, you know, hand wash them, because I think it might ruin, because I know I had one sweater from Aritzia which I did put them in the washer as well as dryer, and it has been ruined. So do not do that. And one more thing, that I mean, I know all the items that I'm showing you are 100% wool or 100% merino wool, but you know, be mindful of that other things that you are buying. You know, if you have other things that I'm not talking about, just make sure that you are looking at the composition, because sometimes it may say it's a wool blend or it's a cashmere blend, but technically it only consists of 5%, 10%, 15% of natural material or natural fibers, which technically doesn't make any sense, and you're just paying for, you know, not synthetic material. And you know, it's kind of a waste of money, especially from Aritzia. So just be mindful of, you know, whenever you're buying anything, you know, look at the material, look at the composition, and see what they are made of, and then you decide if you want to buy or not. Okay, so now let's move on to the next one, and the next one is this weekday turtleneck. It's a merino wool turtleneck sweater, and it does look like a very beautiful cozy sweater, and something, you know, if you want to have, or if you want to go for that cozy casual look, then you can definitely go with this one. It does have this dropped shoulder, which I find it to be cute, and it does have this turtleneck, but like not like a fitted one. And I personally feel that if you have like short neck, or if you do not have long neck, this might not look good. I mean, I'm not sure, otherwise you might want to fold the turtleneck, but again, you know, it's a very beautiful sweater. It's up to you what kind of, you know, style you want to go for, but I think if you have long neck, then you can definitely go with this one. It's a very casual chic sweater to have, and it's 100% merino wool again, so something you can have for a really long time. And again, hand wash, please, hand wash. Okay, so now let's move on to cashmere, and here I have only 2 sweaters because I'm very picky when it comes to cashmere. I do want my money's worth it. So the first one that I have here is Luxe Cashmere Toba sweater, and this one is made of grade A cashmere material. And when I say grade A, as far as I know, grade A cashmere is made of long and finest cashmere material, so it gives you that soft and silky feel, and obviously it's going to last you for a really long time because they are made of high quality cashmere. And I really feel that this kind of sweater is really worth it. It's a very classic casual sweater, like a basic sweater. It doesn't have anything much going on, but that's what we want, you know. You do want, whenever you're buying cashmere sweater, you do want to have pieces that are very classic, very timeless, so that you can have in your wardrobe for a really long time. So this one comes in many colors, and you know, you can have them in brown, black, whatever, but I do love this one. And I think they are true to size. They are, I would say, a bit long in length, but again, you know, who's complaining? I absolutely love this one. And the next sweater is also cashmere one, a very similar one. It's the Session Luxe Cashmere sweater, and this one is a boat neck sweater, which I love. I do love boat neck like so much. I feel that it's a very feminine, flattering look, and this sweater is something that will look good on every single one. I mean, I don't think there would be anyone who would not look good in a boat neck sweater. So this is something again to have, and this is also made of grade A cashmere, so again, you are getting a very good quality of cashmere in this one, and both of them are 100% cashmere. So again, it's not like 5% or 10%, and it's like 100%. So I do love this one, and I think I'm gonna buy this one as well. Okay, so now let's move on to bottoms, and here I have the first one that I have here is the Effortless pant. Now the Effortless pant that I have here is made of wool, so it consists of 90% wool and I think 9% cashmere, and the other is a different material or other materials. I don't know what they are, but no, it's 8% cashmere and 2% elastane. And I do actually love this pant a lot, and I feel that to have a wool pant during this colder months is really important. It's kind of an essential, just like a sweater, so it's good to have. Now the only thing with Aritzia pants is that, especially the wool ones, is that unfortunately they do not have it in size like for petite females, because they just don't. And if you look at the inseam of this one is 31 inch, so which is like a lot. And it's, if you are tall or if you're like medium size, then you do not have to worry, but if you are short, then you might have to alter them, or you might have to go with heels, otherwise it would be like way too long for you. So something to keep in mind. Now similarly with pleated pants, again, you know, pleated pants are very chic, very sophisticated pants, but you know, and they are made of 95% wool and 5% polyester, but again, you know, it doesn't have pants for short females, so the inseam is 31.5 inch. So if you want to go for that tall look, you can go, or if you're planning to alter them, then you know, you can just buy and get it altered. But these both pants are kind of one of my favorite style, and both are a different style, so you know, it's not like a very similar one. And for pleated one, you do not have a lot of color option, but for the Effortless one, you do get good color options to select from. Okay, so now the next pant that I will be talking about is the agency pant, and guess what? If you're petite like me, then you do have an option over here. So here they have options for petite ladies or short females as well, but we do have only 2 options. So one is in black color and the other one is golden caramel color or golden camel color. So basically it's tailored with city wool, soft structured stretch wool twill for all season, all city wearability. So, and this wool is sourced from premium Italian mill. So basically what I'm understanding is that it is made of city cashmere, so basically not like the highest quality or not like the thickest or finest quality of cashmere, but like a very mediocre cashmere. But again, you know, not something that is going to keep you really warm. But again, you know, if you live in not so cold climate, or if you still want to have a cashmere pant or a wool pant to have in your wardrobe, then you can definitely go with this one. And I think maybe this kind of pant or this kind of wool might work because you want your pant to be a bit structured and have that, you know, shape to it, and cashmere being really very delicate, maybe that's why. I don't know, but I don't think it's a very bad option given the price point. Not the highest quality, but not bad either. And the inseam is 30, so again, not too much, but again a bit long, I would say. But you know, it's not going to be very long. It's going to be like a full length, and I mean, I think it's going to be fine. It's not going to be like an ankle length or anything, but I do think that this is a good deal. Okay, so this was the end for our bottoms, or like our pants. I mean, I know there are many pants, like such as like all these sweat pants and all that stuff, but now I'm not going to be talking about that. I'm specifically talking about the knit items. And now that we're done with tops and bottoms, let's move on to my favorite part, that is coats and jackets. So now let's first talk about jackets and then coats. Now we all know that coats and jackets are one of the most expensive items from Aritzia, but they are kind of like a worth it item to have, to be honest. So I'm very excited for that, and there are some pieces that I feel that I do want to talk about. And the first one that I have here is this one. It's the dome puffer, and to be honest, I'm very much interested in this jacket because it just does look like a puffer jacket, and it looks like a very like kind of a duvet coat kind of a style, but it says that this is an oversized cocoon puffer with cinchable hem. Now, so what this means is that I'm assuming that this is going to be a very oversized sweater and a jacket. And it says, now the best thing about Aritzia is that whenever they are, you know, talking about, or they are mentioning about their coats and jackets, they do talk about what temperature you can wear it up to. So here they say that it can keep you warm up to -10 degrees Celsius or 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is water repellent fabric. So this is really a good jacket to have, and the markdown is really amazing. So, you know, I mean, I would say, you know, something to have it in your collection. It's a short jacket, it's not going to be like a long one, but you know, if you already have a long jacket, then you can have a short one. I do like this one a lot, but I would say I think you might want to size that down for this one, because I do have a duvet jacket from Aritzia, and I did have to size down because of how bulky it looked on me. So I'm assuming this has the similar style, so you might want to size down for this one. Okay, so now let's move on to the next one. The next one here I have is this Fairbanks puffer, and I do like this one. It also has vegan fill, and it is a packable material, so you know, you can just fold it up, which I always like, so it becomes very much easy for you to travel this with. And it is water repellent fabric, and it is windproof fabric. And if you are someone who lives in a windy area, especially a country like Canada, then you do want something that is going to be windproof, because the wind here is crazy. And also it says that it is going to keep you warm up to -10, and it is a long coat or long jacket, so again, you know, it is going to protect you really well. And the only concern that I have with this one is that I don't see anywhere or anything saying that it has buttons, and something to be mindful of again, because you know, if it doesn't have buttons, it may just open. I mean, it does have belt, but you know, belts are, if it doesn't have buttons, then I don't think belt can secure your jackets as firmly as a button does. So something to be mindful of when you are looking for this coat. But otherwise, I do love this coat. It's a very chic puffer jacket, and this kind of style never goes out of style. It's a very chic look to have. Okay, so now let's move on to the next one. The next one is the Super Puff Shorty, and this one is basically a short puffer jacket, and it says that it is going to keep you warm up to -20 degrees Celsius. Now, I would say that, you know, if you like puffer jackets or super puff jackets, go for it. But if you want to have just one jacket, then I would say just buy their long ones, because again, if you live in a very cold climate, you do want to have at least a long jacket. And then if you already have a long jacket and you're happy with it, go for the short one. But first, your first preference should be like a long puffer jacket or a long parka, and then you can go for, like, you know, the short one or the wool coats. So make sure that you have that. The one that I have is the duvet one. I will, you know, add the picture over here. It's the best one, to be honest, and I absolutely love it. It really keeps you warm, and I think it keeps you warm up to -20 degrees Celsius. So again, you know, something to be mindful of. But now that if you have a long jacket, you can definitely go with this super puffed short one. But the one that I'm seeing here is the corduroy one, and the only complaint that I have here is that it doesn't say, so it's made it does have goose down fill, 700% goose down fill, but it doesn't say water repellent or windproof. So I'm not sure. I'm assuming that, you know, water might seep into this corduroy material. So again, you know, you do not want to freeze. I mean, that's crazy, you know, like it doesn't say water repellent or water resistance. It's like, does that even make sense? So I won't go with the corduroy one. I would just say go with the regular one or with the matte finish. That would be a better option and the safest option to have. Now, if you're not a huge fan of super puffs and you do want to have a parka instead, so what you can do is that you can go for this powder parka, which is a long jacket, and I think it's the most amazing jacket because it can keep you warm up to, listen this carefully, minus 40 degrees Celsius. How crazy is that? I absolutely love this. It is made of it does have 700 plus goose down fill, and it is waterproof fabric. It is also windproof fabric. So this is what I'm talking about. So it is definitely going to keep you warm and cozy inside. I mean, you do not have to worry about anything else. Now, the only thing I would say to keep in mind is that when I first came to Canada, I did have a puffer jacket and I did put them in the dryer because obviously we're Indians, we do love to wash things every now and then. So at the end of the season, we did put our coats in the washer and then in the dryer, and it did have fur lining and it was wet. So don't do that. Don't do that at all. And you know, just keep that thing in mind. Otherwise the whole jacket would be ruined because of that just single fur lining. But otherwise everything is very beautiful. I think it's very much worth it. And it also has, I would say, it does have this hidden zip closure for clean look, and it has cinchable shock cord hood with detachable real faux fur trim to keep cool there out. See, it does have detachable, so you can take that out. And also it does have, so now if you look at the sleeves, you know, you can see that, you know, it does have this extra fabric so that, you know, it can, you know, prevent extra or like prevent the cold wind to enter from the sleeve. So this is something, an extra thing to have, and I think it's a good detailing because it is going to protect you even more. Okay, so now let's talk about wool coats, because let me tell you, I am a huge fan of Aritzia's wool coat because they are the best. And my favorite one is the slouch coat. I just cannot get enough of slouch coat. I already have two and I'm like, I just want more. Which I shouldn't, but you know, they are the best, and I have used and abused those coats so much, and it still looks very much new like. And I think this is kind of a sign of a very well made, you know, high quality coat. Now I do know that they are a bit on the expensive side, but I think they are absolutely worth it. And the one that I have, or the slouch coats that I have, can keep you warm up to minus 20 degrees Celsius. So whenever you're buying a coat, especially from Aritzia, and if you are, you're looking for just one coat, and if you are on a budget, I would say look for a coat that is going to keep you warm at least up to minus 20 degrees Celsius if you are someone who lives in a very cold country like Canada. If not, then you know, you can go for coats that can keep you warm up to minus 10. I think such as the Stedman coat, I guess, and the montage coat. Now I've never tried a montage coat. I don't know, but I have looked them once in the store, and I think it does look like that it is made of very high quality wool. You know, it's very well made, very, you know, structured and high quality. But you know, I don't think it would be a better option, or it would be a good fit for you to have when it's like as cold as here. So again, something to be mindful of. Now I think all the coats or from Aritzia, or the wool coats from Aritzia are really good depending on what style you want, so just keep in mind. But I think all the wool coats from Aritzia are really good. And also I'm doing a dedicated classic coat haul or review, like a detailed review that might come soon. I don't know, I was planning to do it before Clinton, but sorry about that. But again, you know what, coats are something classic, so even if you watch it after sale, it's going to be worth it. But again, I think, you know, whatever you buy, just be mindful of what you're buying, because all the things are kind of expensive and you do not want to waste money on that. And also just be mindful that if you're buying any merino wool or cashmere, any wool sweater or anything, hand wash them. Do not put them in dry. Do not, you know, wash them in hot water. Just, you know, use delicate soap. You can use the wool detergent, you know, and that should be fine. And you do not have to, if they're 100% wool or 100% cashmere, you do not have to wash them every now and then. So that is why I always prefer to have them in 100% rather than just a blend. And also, if you are going for a coat, and you know, just look at the sizing and look at the temperature, because you do want to have coats. And if you're paying, and I think if you want to have your money's worth, look for the warmest coat, because it is going to keep you really warm, and they actually keep you warm. And for jackets, do not go for the quadra one, but because I do not have trust on them, you know, go for parka. I love parka. Or you can go for the super puff coats. They are really amazing. Also look at the temperature, you know, range, because that can be very helpful for you. And yeah, that's it.